Hello everybody, welcome back to Geekopedia, my channel. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Make sure you are caught up to date with all of the updates that I'll be bringing to you soon. So this video is another video about the live-action Sonic movie. I'm doing like a short mini-series based on the upcoming Sonic movie. Of course, the first two videos in this 5-part series were released, where I reviewed the first two trailers, and I hope to do videos about each different trailer, and when I watch the movie, I want to review it as well. Hopefully adding up to 5 official videos for you. So today's video is about a popular fan theory, actually conspiracy that's been going around regarding the Sonic movie. So, as you may know, or as you might want to try and forget, the first Sonic trailer was released back in like March or April. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but it was released around that time, and we got the look of this monstrosity. Nobody knows what this is, but it's definitely not Sonic. It was a horrible design to the point where the director, Jeff Fowler, personally announced that he and the crew were going back on the drawing board to redesign the character. That's what we had, and now this is what we got. That design, and of course that as well. Which, as you can see, is a major improvement than what we originally had. These are a few fan arts that I've seen on Twitter. I don't own these. These are not mine. They're fan art. I just thought I'd show them to you. That's like a poster that was created for the movie, which I really love. It's one of my favorite posters of all time, actually. Yeah, we got the new design, and it received a lot of good reactions, especially from me. And what happened is, after the trailer was released, a fan theory was sparked. And it kind of makes sense. Some parts it makes perfect sense, but some parts it's bogus, and it doesn't really fit well. The theory is that the original design, this design, was never meant to be official in the first place. It was only used as a genius marketing tool to get people talking about the Sonic movie. The theory states that this amazing design was the true design the entire time. This was never a thing. And the truth is, I don't really know what to think about this theory. Like I said, it makes a lot of sense in some parts, but there are other parts that are just iffy. And let's break down some of the reasons why people believe this is just a hoax. That this design was never meant to be an actual design. So, if you watch the first trailer with this crappy design, there are definitely some shots that just don't look right, especially the shots with this design in it. It almost, CGI is meant to, I think a lot of today's technology, CGI, it's meant to look real, and it does look real, but there's just something about it that just doesn't look right. And every CGI character has that problem, no matter how good. Especially in that Detective Pikachu movie. They all looked so real and lifelike, but there was still something to them that still made you think it was a cartoon instead of a real creature that was standing there. There was none of that in this original design. It looked cheap, crappy, and to tell you the truth, in some clips, it looked like it was just floating in midair. Floating off the ground, to tell you the truth. And a lot of people believe that this was just a marketing tool because of those reasons. And plus, if they love Sonic the Hedgehog so much, why would they ever think that this was okay? I mean, why? Just why? I'm sorry, but why? Anyway, another big reason why people believe that this design was a marketing tool, because in a way, it's a genius idea. If this is true, I give Paramount props, because this was a genius move if this was part of a big marketing tool. The theory states that the entire time, here's a better shot, this design was always meant to be the final design. There was never anything else to it. It was always meant to be this. It was always meant to be this. And let's be honest. And video game movies have a bad reputation, starting with Super Mario Brothers, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. No matter what video game movie you have, they always are bad in some way. The latest ones I've not seen, Detective Pikachu and Angry Birds 2. I've not seen those, but I hear they're really good, so I can't wait to watch them. But overall, they have a bad rap. And so, when they first announced a Sonic movie, there were a lot of negative backlash. Not a lot of people was talking about it. Even when the director was announced, the cast was announced, and filming had begun. None of that was there. And so, Paramount, according to the theory, came up with the idea, while we're designing the good, true character design of Sonic, let's kickstart marketing by creating a fake trailer using a fake, crappy version of Sonic. Let's have somebody design a creepy, scary-looking humanoid thing that looks nothing like Sonic. We'll put that in the trailer, throw some footage together at just random shots. We don't really have to market the movie. We're just trying to get people talking about the film. Just throw some stuff together. And they made that, and according to the theory, that all led to the first trailer where we saw this design. And when people started talking about it, there was that big uproar. And a big reason why people think this is a conspiracy is just how fast it took Paramount and Jeff Fowler to announce the redesign. A lot of us, pretty much all of us, didn't expect it to happen, but if it were still going to happen, we thought it would take a while and a lot of convincing. But they announced it, I think, in nearly a day or two after the initial trailer release. That's quick. That is no time at all. And it really, in a way, it kind of does make sense. I mean, if it weren't for that first trailer, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie probably wouldn't have gotten this big, wouldn't be talked this much as it is then when Paramount had to go back and redesign the character. So, in a way, it's kind of a genius move. I wouldn't have thought of that, and not a lot of people have thought of it. Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie, is currently the only movie to have run through that problem of facing so much backlash, they were forced to redesign the title character. So that's really what sparked the conspiracy. And how fast it took Paramount to announce the redesign. It didn't take them long at all. It's as if they were planning. They predicted that the second the fans saw this trailer, saw this design, there would be backlash. Everyone, all Sonic fans across the world, would be raising heck against Paramount and the creative team behind this movie because of how bad this design is. So, like I said, it's kind of a genius move. If this conspiracy theory turns out to be true, which so far it's confirmed that it's not true, but if it were to be true, I gotta hand it to Paramount. It was a risky move, but in the end, it's a genius move. Only a genius could come up with either a only a dum dum could come up with this, or a genius can come up with this, and I think it's a genius. But there are different problems that debunk this theory. One, why would they waste money just to create a crappy version of Sonic, just to put in a few shots of a crappy trailer? Why would they? Sure, it's better than creating an entire movie using this design. And one trailer is nothing. It's fairly easy, but still, you're spending a bit of money. So why would they go through that? Why would they spend a few extra bucks just for a marketing tool? I feel like that really gives away why this isn't the case. Just because it wouldn't really make sense. Plus, another reason why, this is my personal reason, I said this was a genius marketing tool, but it's also kind of a dangerous tool. It's very dangerous. It's very risky and dangerous. Because when a lot of fans saw this design, there was so much backlash. Some boycotts were about to get started. I think there were going to be a lot of death threats that were coming up. A lot of people, when it comes to pop culture, you don't mess with the fans. So, it's very risky to create a crappy version of a culture icon just to get people talking about a movie. And like I said, it's still a genius move, but it's very risky. It was a very risky thing to do because they might, even though they fixed it, it's better. They made this new good design. People still have this image of this bad design instilled in their mind. So where they're thinking that this movie must not be good if they thought they could have just ruined the reputation using this design. So in the end, it is a good idea, but it's also a risky idea, almost not worth taking. So, and my final piece of reason why this might not be true is the release date. If this was their plan all along, if this bad design was never meant to be an actual design, why would they have to? And if they already had the official design ready, why did they push back the release date? Now, one could easily say, oh, it was never set for November 2019. It was always set for February 2020. But they just told us November just to make this marketing scam seem more reliable and legit. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But this movie got a lot of leaks, and surely an official release date would have been leaked. And it would be really hard for it on an official calendar to say the official release date, while on a public calendar saying a different release date. Yeah, that sounds easy on paper, but in reality, that's hard to pull off. And so, those are the main three things that I believe could explain that this is probably false. I think it's an interesting fan conspiracy theory. I think it's really funny. I think part of me kind of hopes it's real because it is a good idea. Yes, it's a risky idea, but it's kind of a good idea. It's almost like a genius move. A genius way of marketing and almost a creative way. Like I said, if we had never gotten this bad design, I don't think the Sonic movie wouldn't have gotten as much talk as it already has. I think if we would have started with with this new design from the get-go, it wouldn't have as much talk behind it. So, those are my thoughts on this. Hope you liked this video. Please subscribe to my channel. And before I leave, this is a fan art that I did, and I kind of created my own version of a redesigned Sonic. I just took 2 pictures, and I gotta say, it's not Hollywood ready, but for a quick edit on Paint 3D, I think I didn't do half bad. and I like it. I just wanted to share it with you. I hope you guys like it. Hope you like this video, and I will see you next time.